And it is now a great honor to welcome Minister Frédérique Vidal, the Minister for Higher Education, Research and Innovation in France. Minister Vidal, the floor is yours. I'm sorry, you just arrived.
Monsieur le Président, cher Antoine, dear professors and colleagues, good afternoon, everyone. Over the last decades, there has been two major ways of looking at humanities. The structuralist approach focusing on social, institutional, and power systems, and the approach based on agency, which aims at studying behaviors, communities, and individual experiences. To some extent, I would say your conference today was quite unique among international scientific events. It was indeed highly structuralist. You did not discuss research topics per se, but the current structures of international research and how it shall evolve. The CNRS has become an essential player on the stage of global science, and I am honored all of you today made Paris a hub to reflect upon tomorrow's research. As you know, the CNRS is celebrating its 80th anniversary, and it looks like the right time to think about what is ahead of us and how to better benefit from international cooperation. President Petit reminded us that nearly 1/3 of the researchers hired by the CNRS every year come from abroad, and more than 60% of its publications include co-authors from foreign institutions. This obviously settles the CNRS within a model of co-petition, as you name it, and I deeply believe that beyond competition, which is natural and can even be beneficial, we have a lot to achieve in terms of European and international scientific partnerships. The 75 CNRS international research laboratories you discussed are eventually at the forefront of what we can achieve when joining forces, sharing complementary skills, and pursuing common goals. These goals, and I'm stating the obvious, bind us together as climate change, food security, pandemics, or international migrations. No borders, and they will be some of the major stakes to face in the 21st century. Just like science was a major player to raise awareness about the crises to come, it encapsulates our hopes to help and solve them. Investing in research is therefore utterly crucial to guide public policies and for citizens' good. But nothing will be achieved individually, as the stakes are clearly higher than any institution or any country. It is the very reason why President Macron and the French government have been working on multiplying international research partnerships through programs like Make Our Planet Great Again. We are also committed to developing a vibrant European education and research area, the European Union being our natural space for cooperation due to geographic and historical bonds, but also to share values. I'm speaking about values because, as some of you mentioned today, research is certainly not politically neutral. And this is especially true when it comes to digitalization and artificial intelligence. A few months ago, France and Canada announced the creation of a global forum on artificial intelligence for humanity, and countries like Germany or Japan are already getting on board with us. We are indeed looking at creating an IPPC of AI. As we know, it will disrupt our economies and societies at large, and we must reflect upon how to handle tech and data, what innovation shall mean, and how it will eventually achieve progress. None of this is a given, and France has already been working on these issues for a while, namely through summits like Tech for Good or Priority Research Program on AI for Humanity. We are very aware, however, that none of these projects will thrive or achieve their full potential without you, without international support and cooperation, without us getting together and sharing knowledge. And I know your discussion and you discuss about open science extensively. I will gladly look at your conclusions because it is utterly crucial to the development of research at an European scale, and Maria Gabriel expressed it very well in her video, but also worldwide in each and every country. In 2018, I announced a national plan for open science and created a fund of more than 3 million euros, setting several objectives, among which the open access to 100% of the scientific work financed by public programs. In the meantime, as Nobel laureate Milton Friedman used to say, I know there is no free lunch. And the production of knowledge, just like its diffusion, implies constraints and cost. This is the very reason why developing open science requires new rules, new practices, and new structures. For science to be a common good, truly benefiting societies, allowing innovation and reaching all countries, including the least privileged, it has to be accessible, and it is the very foundation of research to build upon previous experiments and discoveries. It is the essence of human progress, and it is now our responsibility to implement it institutionally and technically. May it be to access peer-reviewed publication, share data, or share software. A lot has already been done in this regard, and platforms such as the Directory of Open Access Journals or the Directory of Open Access Books are much valuable. At the European Union level, the European Open Science Cloud is also very promising, and we shall all benefit from the existing programs and build upon them to support science and allow it to influence public policy and international relations altogether. It is both a means and an end, as it shall both allow scientific progress to tackle some of the issues we are facing and bring us closer together, scientific and university diplomacy being more essential than ever. The CNRS and its numerous international partners understood it very well, and we, the French government, intend to work your way and strengthen French research durably, which obviously implies to boost its attractiveness and opening to the world. And President Macron will present the research bill we have been working on over the last months tonight. I am relieved to tell you the truth. Science finally gets to the forefront, as we know it is absolutely crucial for our future. The CNRS has been inventing and fighting for the best version of it for 80 years now, and I'm thrilled today you are all by its side. So thank you all very much, and thank you everyone.